Hey guys, what's up? It's Mack, Guitar Guy here. Well, today we're going to be talking about buying guitars. Maybe you're considering buying a new guitar as an upgrade, or maybe adding to your collection, or maybe this is even your very first guitar. Well, today I'm going to give you 4 things that you should be looking at, and we'll break down those 4 things so that you end up with a guitar that you're happy with and excited about. So let's hop over to the other side and have a look. Okay, so on your journey for that new guitar, the number one thing should be your budget. You should have some indication of how much you have or you want to spend on a new guitar. Keeping in mind that when I say new guitar, it doesn't necessarily mean brand new out of the store. This could be a well-maintained used guitar that would be new to you. More often than not, you'll find real value and get so much more for your dollars when searching online sites like reverb.com. Now, when determining a budget, here's kind of my breakdown of price ranges for guitars. And keep in mind that I own guitars in each of these price ranges. $250 to $500. Now, the quality and craftsmanship of a $250 guitar compared to a $250 guitar 10 or 20 years ago are worlds apart. Check out companies like Harley Benton, who have a wide range of guitars at this price point. I actually own one myself that I really enjoy. Now, at the upper end of this price range, it begins to open up a wide range of the brand name guitars that you're probably most familiar with, like Squier and Fender, Epiphone, Ibanez, and others, even the PRS SE models. Next is the $500 to $1,000 price range. This really opens up the full range of guitars that most people are familiar with, keeping in mind that most of the guitars in this price range and below are usually made overseas in either Korea, Indonesia, or Mexico, due to the cost of labor being so much less expensive than it is here in the US. So the guitar manufacturers are able to still produce a quality guitar while keeping the cost affordable. At the $1,000 to $1,500 price range, there's an even larger range of guitars with all of the brand name guitars out there. Now at the $1,500 to $2,500 price range, now we're looking at the guitars that are primarily made here in the US, and companies are equipping the guitars with their best pickups, electronics, tuners, and bridges. And the guitars are constructed from their top quality woods like mahogany and maple. Now the final price range I put at $2,500 and above. At this price range, you're pretty much getting the over-the-top premium quality construction and craftsmanship that you could possibly build into a guitar. Now these prices can well exceed the $4,000 price mark. And on to number 2, the looks. One of the first things that is going to draw you in towards a guitar is, how does it look? Is there something about that guitar that's just calling out to you? Can you see yourself playing the guitar? Would you enjoy just sitting around looking at the guitar when you're not even playing it? Well, if you can answer yes to those 3 questions, and it's within your budget, that's usually the first sign that you're on track to buying your next new guitar, as long as the next 2 criteria aren't a deal breaker. Now, number 3 is feel and playability. Now this one is a go or no go for me. It's either the deal maker or the deal breaker. When you hold it and play it, how does it feel? Not necessarily how it plays at this point, but how does it feel? How does the neck feel in your hands? When you run your hands up and down the neck, is it comfortable? Or does it feel too thick, too wide, too narrow, too thin? If it's not comfortable, and it doesn't feel natural for me at this point, I'll usually move on. Just from years of experience, I've learned the different brand neck profiles that are comfortable and work for me. Now, a couple of years ago, I ventured into the world of PRS guitars and made a big error. I bought a $4,000 Core 24 10 top custom. It was PRS's pattern thin neck profile. In the store playing the guitar, I noticed that the neck felt small, but it really played well. But after buying the guitar and spending some time with it, I realized the neck was just too narrow. It felt a little cramped on the neck when doing some of my chord work. Well, the lesson learned was that a thin profile on a PRS guitar is not necessarily the thin profile on a Jackson or a Gibson guitar. Whereas the profiles on the Gibson and the Jackson guitars are very similar. Both have a shallower profile neck, whereas a thin pattern neck on a PRS tends to be narrower. It's a big difference in feel. Now, playability. When you play the guitar, does it fret easy? Is there any buzzing or rattling or dead spots across the neck of the guitar? Now, most of these things can be fixed with a good setup. If you're new or inexperienced at buying guitars, I'd recommend having a more experienced player go with you when looking at guitars, or having a store tech to play and have a look at the guitar before buying it. The feel of the guitar, you can't change. The playability of the guitar, you should be able to adjust to your playing preference. And finally, number 4, the sound. What does the guitar sound like? Now, this one is the last on the list because the sound and tone you're looking for in a guitar can be such a personal preference. This can be influenced by the style or styles of music you play. A general rule is that you want a well-balanced sound. It's not necessarily bassy or too muddy sounding, and it's not shrill or harsh sounding on the high end. If it's not perfect, it's not necessarily a deal breaker, because you can always at some point change out the pickups in the guitar to get the exact sound that you're looking for. This is the most common upgrade that players do to their guitars. Now, if I'm spending $1,800 or more on a guitar, I am expecting to have really nice quality sounding pickups in it. Well, as always, I hope this video has been beneficial and you're able to take away some new tips and tricks that can help you as a player. Please make sure to give this video a like and click the subscribe bell for more guitar-related content. Until the next time, we'll see you soon.